Good evening, Dali Ayemimo people. How are you guys doing? Thanks for joining. Good evening, everyone. Yes, thanks for joining and thanks for sharing the video, my people. Hmm. 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 How are you guys doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening, my darling people. Thanks for joining this video. You are welcome. Long day at work, my darling people. It was a long day at work. How na day? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Still on the nanny matter, the one we didn't finish before I went to work this morning. I mean, this afternoon. Still on the nanny matter. Hey, thanks for joining, Dalia Yememo people. How are you guys doing? Hey, Tina Shade to you. How are you? So, Susie, how are you, everyone? Thanks for joining. Share the video, my darling people. Why, how not they? Adomo. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome. My darling people, this afternoon, we were talking about the house girl interview. House girl interview that happened this morning. That is what we are going to be talking about. Good evening, Funke Olayinka. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Please share the video as you join. God bless you. God bless you. Thanks for joining, and please continue to share the video. We are still on the house girl interviewed by a house girl story. Still on the house girl interviewed, international house girl interviewed by local house girl situation of yesterday. Thanks for joining. A local house girl interviewing an international house girl yesterday. Now we did. Yes. I said this morning that maybe I will be streaming word to word some ways of the house girl. We're going to be analyzing it here this evening when I come back from work. Thanks, everyone. Please share the video as you are joining. Thanks for joining. You are welcome, everyone. All right, let me share the video. Please share the video as you are joining, my darling people. Oopsie, how are you? Miss Mighty Ego, how you do? Thanks, everyone, for joining. You are welcome. Please help me share the broadcast as you are joining the broadcast. God bless you as you do so. Mama, we go work tomorrow, sleep. Oh, please wait for me 1 hour. Mama, we go work tomorrow. Sleep. Oh, please wait for me 1 hour. Yes, just small. Even me, I went to work, but I already promised. If I did not promise this morning that I'll be doing small part of it this evening, I wouldn't have been live. But because I've already promised this afternoon, that's why I am here. Please share the video and share the video. Thanks for joining. I didn't want to disappoint. I know some people will be waiting. That is why I am joining you guys online. Chino, so how are you joining? Please, how are you? And thanks for joining. And please share the video as you are joining the broadcast. God bless you as you do so. God bless you. Please don't forget to always share, like and love the video, thumbs up the video, and share. Please support my channel by sharing my video. Immediately come into the broadcast. Let that be the first thing you do while joining. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining. God bless you. Yes, house girl interviewed by a house girl yesterday. Everything that has to do with that interview of that Korra with that house girl was completely staged. God of Nazareth. Now, wow. Pray in your life never to be a victim of. Do you know that if they pain Justin, when they say they pain person, when a woman is just moving on and leaving you, it's really painful to that guy. The guy cannot move on nicely. Hey. I've never watched a very touching separation and divorce situation like this before. Those ones that we normally see in the national television is just learning. where this Korra and Justina is. Those one we normally see in the TV. It's Lenny. Is it not Lenny, my darling people? Me una see matter. I say another do again. Husband say na lie you. He say you must go down. You must be depressed. You must be frustrated. Everything about you. Everything I will really enjoy this life. Yes, everything about you must go down. Your mental health must go down. The whole world must believe that you are a mad person. Sure. Now that's this kind of thing before since when they exist for life. Somebody say I watched the whole clip today. That was so wrong. As a nanny, Korra can sue her because she never say her name. She never mentioned her name, but she just surfaced on live video. Even there is one thing I want to quickly talk about. Did you know that that house girl is or a nanny? Let me call her nanny. That nanny Uvasabi, he passed my own. They will say written on Uvasabi. That nanny Uvasabi, he even passed Besio Uvasabi safe. Hey! He even passed, it's even more than Besio Uvasabi. At a time, she said she was a mediator. Did you understand that? At a time, the nanny said, I was a mediator between the two couples. What are you mediating? What are you mediating? And your mediation was now siding with one person. She said, I always call my mom. I tell my mom everything. I tell my mom everything. I make my mom know everything, blah, blah. So when Korra took her things and she left the house, did you know how that girl defended that place? We'll listen to it together. Everything about that girl coming on cyberspace was staged. Why? Because at the beginning of that interview, she said she couldn't, they wanted to connect her with another blogger. Meaning, Upesio is not even the only blogger Sister Justina is using. There are some other blogger that is using Engaged Korra. He said, I wanted to, my computer did not allow me to connect very well. She wanted to join another broadcast before she actually came to Besio. So Besio inside, what did she say? The other day, she said, Rita, you want to be known. You want to be popular. Because you want to be popular, you're looking for popularity over Sabi. She is already popular and international. What happened yesterday when she started the interview with the house girl or the nanny? She asked, did you know me? Have you heard about me before? What was the answer of the nanny, my darling people? Did you people hear that part? What was the answer of the nanny? Did you know me? Have you heard of this show before? Have you heard of whatever before? What did the nanny answer? The nanny said, no, I don't know you. I've never seen you before. I've never met you before. I was just connected into this show. Like of recent, somebody gave me your contact. Meaning, Korra and Justina has been in US Day. You have been packing all the disease and the racist and whatever people to fight Korra. And the girl is not even aware of it. She said it's her first time. So where is that word coming from to say, Rita, you want to be popular, you are looking for attention, I'm already popular, a way of putting another person down. Hey! Nah, bros. I just laughed when that girl said it. No, I don't know you. Now, two places, neither girl forgive correct, smart insult to Besio. Maybe she didn't notice. We'll be hearing it this evening. Smart insult he give her when she asks about her relationship status, her family life, whether he have children or not. Did you see the way the girl answered her? Like, how is this one relating to what is on ground? Okay, did he ask her to bring her cash app out? Polite insult. Now, what will they call polite insult be that? Please help me share the video, my darling people. The girl said she was mediating. She was always mediating between these two people. And she looked so unkept. She came to national television without bra yesterday. She was not wearing bra. I don't see banana breast. If you ask me yesterday, I was seeing the type of breast she had. On a national television, banana breast. I'm going to an interview. Something that is going to go around the world without my bra. Imagine how that girl was dressing in the same house where Justin was there. Eh? That one did not speak you something? Hey, God of Nazareth. Dancer sinukwa. Dancer sinukwa. Somebody that went to a house for 2 weeks has already all this thing. And she was coming to a national television to come and broadcast. Just imagine me being invited to a national TV to come and talk. When I'll be coming, I'll come with her bra. That guy is on a serious advert. She's looking for a rich black or white guy outside there. She wants to be popular by force. Mama, na long breast. So now long breast. I saw her breast. Her breasts were just like this. They were just like, they were just like this. Two of them were just pointed. As she was talking, the thing was busy dangling like bango. The two breasts were dangling. Am I the only person that witnessed whatever? Now long breast, she also be. The nanny is also long breast. No bra. Coming to national TV. That one will tell you something. If you can come to national television without no bra, my darling. Inukwa. Korra Obidi have seen something in her life. Oh. No wonder it was an experience that didn't live in a hurry. The experience did not live. She decided to add it to her book. Inukwa. Have you been the only nanny that have been to that house? Why is it that it's your own that entered the book of reckoning? Like the book of record. It entered the book of record 2023 that will never live in a hurry. Why? So why didn't she lie about every other person she has come across, like her friends and whatever? It has not to be a nanny who came naked to cyberspace. You came naked to cyberspace. Your breasts were dangling. There was no bra, nothing. How are you, Mama Joyce UJ? The breast matter tire me. Now, so they looking for inside shirt. Now, so the thing they dangle like this. Imagine how many times that thing had dangled into the eyes of Justina and he just want to have one night inside. Because as a nanny, you can definitely not tell Korra Obidi. Listen, my darling people. You can't tell Korra Obidi, watching from Canada, Kentucky. Thanks for joining. You cannot tell Korra Obidi that you're going out to where? Or the same time you'll be leaving. Listen, my darling people. You will be leaving. You will not be sleeping home that day, and Justin will not be sleeping home that day. Justin just needs to create a situation to kick up Korra so that he can quickly have a punch of you before Korra comes back. That is what happened that night. Justin definitely slept with that girl. She cannot deny it. With the dangly breast that she brought to cyberspace without bra, imagine this living inside the same house with that man. I said that one ain't weak me for inside, my darling people. Imagine without bra coming to cyberspace with all the boldness in this world. She was very proud to enter national television because she's an opportunist. That girl is a very big opportunist. From the words of her mouth, you know. The way her mouth was just running yesterday as if she knows it all. She said, I was at the point in time, I was doing the mediation. I was mediating. I was like, I'm not getting it. Who are you mediating? When both of them are talking, you're supposed to be with the child inside. Which one is you were mediating and doing this and doing that? Breaking baby grammar. You think you will care about grammar here? Here, we are logical. We don't care too much about grammar. We deal with logics online. Were you logical yesterday? No. Everything you were saying yesterday is just like a person who now entered the house and find an opportunity of a quarrel that was on ground to take small from the guy. Justin was never going to give you that 500 pounds if he didn't see your pounds. That $500, is it dollar? That $500 extra that he gave to you. He will never give it to you if he didn't see your pants. What are you talking about? Please help me share the video, my darling people. If he didn't see your pants, he will not give you that $500. For what? It's not part of the agreement. That's when people were saying, hey, he's a very nice guy. He's very generous. Generous inukwa. You see men who just give women money like that and just say, go. They will just dash. Before men start dashing you money like that, they said that they are hoping to come and enjoy you, or they've already enjoyed you. 80% of men. Not to talk of a nanny who doesn't wear bra. On the national television, you were not wearing bra. So, my sister, what are you telling me? Hey. So, my darling people, please share the video.
Hey, we got our guest in the building. We got our guest in the building. How are you doing?
I am well. Just trying to get my day going and do my errands here.
Good. Wow. I'm so excited we got you here. Welcome. Hi. So how does it feel being here?
It's overwhelming. It's a lot.
Did you see why I said she's an opportunist? Her co-house girl asked her to say, how does it feel being here? She said it's overwhelming. A big opportunity to come and use Korra to shine, to get opportunity for people to also follow her. Korra just suffer. Hey! Sometimes to be a big fish in a castle, you will never imagine the number of things that will follow you. The number of people that don't even need you, but they just need the fame that you have. The number of people that will run after you, they don't have anything to do with you, but they're onto something. They want to collect that thing from you. She said, oh, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Ah! Miko, whatever your name is. Inukwa. What an opportunity. How does it feel to be here? She won't say, oh, I'm devastated. I don't know where I belong here. I don't know why I should be here. I don't know why, like, she mentioned my name. She just said, oh, it's overwhelming. Hey, Korra don't suffer. He say, may she open page, use and cash out. Let me tell you, if it's true that she mentioned such a statement, she will suffer it because this guy will also come for her later. That is one thing I know about God. Look at Guru Gaza. What is her name? That woman we call herself prophetess disgrace. Guru Gaza opened the page because of me, saying I may want to monetize. What's going on today? Are you people watching the movie outside? For the purpose of, even there was an audio for it that she used to open the page and say, you people should go and follow this page. She sent it to her sister here, the Spanish Calus. She told Spanish Calus to say, Caluso, you see, I want to use Rita to monetize this page. How much is the page monetized already today? No, but they are still fighting. All her family history has been read in that page. Her husband has been brutalized in that page. Her daughter has been brutalized in that page. She herself has been brutalized. Her blood is dripping in that page every day, and the page is not yet monetized. I just tagged you on the post. Please check it out. Really? All right. Let me check. Can you imagine? So, Ukpesio say she should go and use Korra Obidi to cash out. That's wickedness. Ukpe, you are teaching your enemies how to beat you tomorrow. That's what you don't know. Sometimes when you are too desperate in bringing a person down, you'll be teaching your enemies how to beat you. You tag me. Which page did you tag? Did you tag this page? Rita Yememo. Is it this very page that you tagged? Let me go. Okay, you tagged this page. All right, let me see what you tagged. Sometimes there are so many tags to the extent that I'll be running away from people tagging me because all these useless people who don't know what they want. They want you to come and be reading whatever nonsense they are writing and dropping your name on. They just think that because the name is there, they will just tag, then you will just appear, then you just come over there and read. They don't know that sometimes your spirit even read before you even go there. And you just remove your name and go away. You don't even read. That's what I normally do when nonsense people tag me. I will just go there, remove my name, and walk away as if nothing happened. The only thing I'm seeing here is 4 hours ago. Send it to my WhatsApp. 4 hours ago, even the content was removed. I can't say it. It's unfortunate. I'm not saying it, my darling. Hasgay interviewed Hasgay yesterday. Instead of the man to rest and pack well, he just continued bringing down new people to say, this one you will use, this one you... Believe me, Justin, as long as in America, if you give this girl that 500 pounds, that $500 that night, and he never go do put, he must surely go there and go and enjoy himself. Forget it. The girl say, I'm not attracted to white guys. Is it about attraction or about... It's not about attraction. It's about taking compensation and doing a job. That's all. What? Who cares? Which attraction are you talking about? You said you always talk to your mother every day. Mama, look what's going on. Mama, look what's going on. Mama, look what's going on. This is not my mother was okay. Always put me online. Always make me know. So the time you Korra took her things and left, you didn't tell your mother. And why didn't your mother tell you that take your things and live with her? Don't stay there and sleep alone with a married man that night too. You're going to be accused of a lot of things. A lot of things are going to fall out. Take your bag and start coming to my house. If he's asking the wife, just listen even to the way this nanny defended that area. That's when you're going to know that, hey, people are wicked. So, my darling people.
Just because things I dealt with yesterday were trying to talk to a blogger, and then today, I don't know what happened yesterday because the same different blogger, she used the same platform and I wasn't able to log in.
Did you see that even Ukbe is not the first blogger she tried to talk to? So who are the people that are putting her through in talking to a blogger? If not Justin, my darling people. Who? Mother? Do you think a mother, your own personal mother, will be sampling your face online like this when your name is not mentioned? Be sincere, my darling people. This is what we call deal. Business. Big deal. My own daughter. How old is she? 22, 23, 24. A person will write a book somewhere. Even the mother is aware of Korra. Because at a point in time, she said, the time Korra wore her clothes, she accused Korra of wearing her clothes. She said the mother was now asking her to say, is that not your clothes that Korra is wearing? And blah, blah, blah. Meaning the mother was also following Korra diligently. The mother was following every video of Korra Obidi. Big plan work to go and use Korra to get attention. That's what she said. Now her mouth, she take talking. Not be person talking for her mouth. She said, at the point I gave her my clothes. And Ukbe was like, oh, your clothes? She said, yeah. My mother was asking me, why is Korra wearing your clothes? So your mother was also watching a person who open at Inyash every 2 minutes. Is that not what you people normally say is that platform? She open yash. So what will a married woman, an adult like your mother, be watching inside Korra video? Hey! Something that this life, oh, is popularity a cause? To be famous and popular, is it a cause? No wonder Ukbe is not even leaving Korra alone, because Justin has entitled Korra too much into her hands. I'm telling you, people. He said, my mother was saying, why is she wearing your clothes? What is your mother doing watching Korra videos?
I tried on my laptop, tried on my phone, it wasn't working. Somehow today, I'm able to talk, so I'm like, okay.
Yesterday, day before, she was trying to talk to another blogger, and today she came here. So why? Your name was not even mentioned. Nobody talks about you. What if your name and your surname was written? What were you going to do? How are you going to react? Do you know that Korra can sue you? Miko, whatever your name is, you can be sued. Yes. Good evening, my darling people. Thanks for joining.
I'm happy to be here. Hi, everyone.
I am super happy as well. And may I ask, have you seen me before? Do you watch my show? You come across me?
I've never seen your show before. I just recently heard of you. Someone brought you to my attention because of this book and what was being said. They were like,
did you hear that? What did Besio accuse me of? You want to be popular, you want to go viral, you want to do this, you want to do that, you love attention. Oh, have you heard of this page before? Have you heard about me before? Have you been following my show? Have you been doing this and doing that? What did the girl said? She just said, no, I've never heard of you before. I've never been there, although I know it's a lie. Yeah. Ask me how I know. That's what, it's a polite insult, but I know it's a lie, even as that. Big lie. Yes. It's possible that she has not heard of she has not been taking this Lolekia serious. She just heard of recent. And that of recent, she started to follow the show because she knows that Korra is about to write a book of a life history, and she is part of the deadly nights that happened inside that house. So what will you be expecting? If you go to somebody's house and you know that, ooh, some stuff happened and the person is about to write some, you'll be waiting for your share inside to see. Korra saw something. There is nothing that is not factual in that book. Nothing. Everything in that book is factual.
I think you should talk to this person. They can help, maybe clear some things up, or, you just state your piece. So
you just take your piece. Did you hear that? She said, he said the person brought this broadcast and message to her, and the person said, maybe you need to talk to this person, maybe one or two things, then you just find your peace. Did your peace lost? And why will you be losing your peace? Is that not what she said? Or grammar is not my mate? Somebody came into my comment section yesterday to say, Rita, English not be your mate. Of course. I wasn't born the same day English was born. Please share the video, my darling people. Don't forget to share the video as you are joining. I was not born the same day English was born. So we aren't mates at all. I don't know the people that were born the same day English language was born. So now mates, not be my own mates at all. Yeah.
So I reached out. I was given your number by a mutual party, and from there I was like, well, let me just explore it and just tell my truth and then be done. I don't want any of the extra nonsense and the gossiping and the he said, she said stuff, because I've already noticed people are already doing that. People want to believe what they believe. I can't change other people's minds. What I can do is speak my truth. And
she said she was given the phone number to say, okay, call in. And she said, okay, let me just go and say my truth. resume of the nanny, go to my profile. I just shared it. All right. Let me just say my truth. I don't want, he said this, she said that. Like, we'll now be trying to say this one is the one who said this, the other one is online. Do you know what it means? For people to come online to come and say their truth in a situation that your name was never mentioned. Eh? You think people will not hold on to you and say, oh, madam, come here. Who mentioned your name? Who talked about you? Resume of Korra nanny. She is even worse. Let me listen. This lady claimed in this video that Justin Dean contacted her to read chapter 8 of the book. Wait a minute. Is it not the same Justin that said he's not gonna read the book? That one was, I discussed that this morning. How on earth did the two of them know Korra Obidi was referring to them? How come she never denied in this interview that they were having an affair? She didn't deny it. I thought they said the whole book was a lie. How did this chapter 8 suddenly become true? Because she said it's true. But at the beginning, I also saw, I think it's at this Upesio platform that they were saying the entire book is a total lie, a cooked up story. But she said chapter 8 happened, but not the way Korra is trying to portray it. Like, how is she portraying it? You are the one that went to go and be thinking to say, maybe she meant this, maybe she meant that, because it really happened. The guilty conscience is working. Yes, Clifford Lorenta, good evening and sleep well, my darling. Yeah. I thought they said the whole book was a lie. How did this chapter 8 suddenly become true? The truth is gradually unfolding. In the first video, she was even trying so hard to dance like Korra, and Olosho Katia was trying to put words in her mouth at the end. Then she told her to leave him alone. Let me see. Oh, now she be this. Hey! Now I'm seeing everything clearly. It's not getting clearer by the day. Is this the nanny? Yee. Ah. You people should look at her very well. Let's see her dancing step together. This girl is a follower, a very big follower of Korra, a very big fan of Korra. Believe me. Yeah. This girl is a, just wait, hold on. Inukwa. She's a very big fan of Korra. The relationship, she follows Korra for a very long time. She has been following. Please share the video, my darling people. And let's see the nanny dancing. She says she's a woman of God. I normally contact God. I normally ask God yesterday in the interview. Do you see that there's nothing in this life that will never be unfold? Okay, that's what she says. She's a big fan of Korra. Yeah. Okay.
fighting at its highest point. And they definitely planned this thing together, but it will unravel. Definitely it will unravel. So she says that they were so toxic, you know, but she still said that, oh, Justin loved her so much. How would you see toxicity and love at the same time? So many things are not matching up. And then if you claim that,
Short, I go play and finish.
tell us the truth, tell us what actually happened. You just can't say that, oh, she's lying without telling us actually what happened. What did you do relating to Justin? We want to hear that part, not the...
Okay, I really appreciate you your time to come here to try to say or to say that what is on chapter 8 of this book never happened. The one thing you
See, do you know one thing that is truth? It can never be buried. It's like a seed. Big seed. Don't be surprised that even before Justin brought this girl into the house, he even knew about this girl very well already. Don't be surprised, oh. How come out of all the old nanny in the whole world, now this one they can't carry enter house? Don't be surprised. That one I don't know, but I want to let you know that there is no fire without smoke. This book is a complete truth. By their fruit, you shall know them. What was she talking about yesterday? Oh, I'm a very godly woman. Godly woman, see how what you're smoking, hashish. See the hashish you're smoking, those big, big cigarettes. Yesterday, you claimed to be a godly woman in interview. Come back, Nanny Miko. Come and tell us what happened the night Korra left the house. Why did Korra leave? I will play your voice just now for you. You were saying that he just wanted Korra to go out that night. He didn't want her to. It was just an arrangement between the man and the woman because they were having an argument. He just want to cool off. Like, have you people heard something like that before? I will have a problem with my husband. My nanny is in the house. My husband will say for him to just cool off. He said he don't want to see my face that night. I need to vacate the house. It's not like because he was too much in love with me. You will hear it from her. Because he's so much in love with me, he just want to... Love, they make person tell the wife, say, please leave me a little bit for this night. So Korra saying she was kicked out of the house because of this gay is true. An excuse for that fake daughter to be able to test that Okuruku that night. And he tested that Okuruku that night, believe me. Yes. Thank you so much, Mama Promise. Chapter 8 is true. That is why she ran out. Not be that girl. Just look at her. Mighty Jehovah. I've never even seen this. In my widest imagination, I couldn't believe that this is the nanny that was talking yesterday.
Okay, this is exactly how the whole thing played out. Miko, the girl who has great admiration for Korra, unfortunately turns the whole thing into enemy. And when she sees that, okay, Korra is not having any of the bullshit, she turns her into her enemy, right? So this girl is so obsessed with wanting to be like Korra, wanting to be who she is. So
Ask me, oh, please help me share the video, my darling people. Somebody say, why didn't the man leave? If man or woman is angry, you don't want to see the face. Are you not the man that will leave? Why didn't you leave the two women at home? Why were the two women not left alone? Why is it Korra that was supposed to leave? Because if Justin is leaving, can definitely not carry the girl with her. There will be... Why are you taking her with you? She's supposed to be taking care of the baby. So why didn't Justin just take his clothes, or just Sister Justina just take his clothes and say, I'm leaving. I don't want to see your face this night. Like, you can keep your baby seat, or you can take your nanny, like you and your nanny can get to her. You and the nanny can go to her and can bear the arches, whatever. Is that not what we are supposed to be saying right now? So what is not factual in chapter 8? Hey! Hey! Somebody say that's why you don't make social media announcement for vacancy as a public figure or private citizens, because you might just invite a snake into your home. Thank you so much. She's not innocent. So let's listen to her small as she continues. This is the so-called godly nanny who is saying, look at her, what is godly about this one? I was even thinking she's a prayer warrior in church. Oh. I bet Mona they talk through. Truth is good, though. Make una they talk truth, though. Don't see the truth and shy away from it. That's all. Now, this one they talk, say, I'm a woman of God. I'm just like I consult God in every. I'm not saying you are a Lucifer or whatever, but you see, they never even break. You have contradicted yourself. The reason why you don't lie on media, because they will go and find out the biggest of your shit wherever it's hiding and bring it out to media, just like this one surfaced right now. I couldn't even believe my eyes. You are a dancer. So when Korra said you was not dancing for the man, she wasn't wrong. Everything in chapter 8 is true. She never lied. She never lied. She never lied. She said in chapter 8, you was dancing for her husband. She never lied. You see, matter? So why the rush? The reason why the rush to come and defend that thing is the fact that will make you know that the guilty conscience is already there. Something happened that night. Everything in that chapter that Korra said happened is what happened, except the things that she didn't see when she was not inside the house with them, when she has left. That is, this girl is the reason why Justin wanted Korra to sleep out that day. Now, so some of these white men, they behave. He just want to have a pan of fire. He want to touch those breasts. He want to touch those body. He want to touch that body where they get to the dance giver. If you are a man already, if he not jack you today, we jack you another day. That's how it is. Yes. If he not jack you today, he will jack you another day.
My truth and what I witnessed and went through in that experience. What I can say is no, for the people that like to, again, for the people that are watching, no, in the book in chapter 8, she does not mention me by name, but for me, this is common sense. Anybody that is talking about a situation that you literally lived through, if you're reading it, you're going to remember it. So
I've said that even before you pop in, like.
Yes, thank you. So like yesterday I was reading, like I've seen good comments. Thank you for people that are supporting me and that believe me. I appreciate you. I've seen comments that say
she said people should know that her name was not mentioned. But anybody that is writing concerning a situation that you have went through, common sense will tell you that she's talking about you. So common sense made you run out to come and claim what was not tagged, what your name was not tagged on media. Just common sense. Just common sense. Just because you thought that thing also happened to me, so I believe I'm the one. Let me just come on media and debunk. What? Hey! That girl went through a lot. So the fact that if Korra will agree for this Sister Justina to be doing how do you call it? Sex now that they will be using man and woman, two women at the same time, sleeping with them in that bed. How corrupt has that man be? He will accept those things to be sleeping with the two ladies together, you know. How those white men, some of them, they are crazy with stuff like that. How do you call it, my darling people? Write it in a way that Facebook will not thank you. Trisome. Meaning, if this Korra has agreed on trisome, I'm saying it like this because of Facebook. Why this man not go green? Just look at her. Everything that Korra is doing, that is what he's doing. Wearing bra, half naked. She came online yesterday half naked. Everything in that book is real. Guilty conscience, Nigeria come out. Just imagine, your name wasn't mentioned. She said common sense. So imagine me, I've met you before inside the bus. We something happened in between us. I went to write about my experience. You don't know how many people I meet a day. You will just jump out to come and debunk what I write in my book. Just because you have similar experience with that woman who wrote that book.
I'm just doing this for clout. There's no need to
That. You just
bring my stuff in it. Yeah, all this stuff. And I'm just like, you know, this is my story. Like, she wrote her story. It's out there. I can't do anything about it. But I can't do anything about what she has said. What I can do is clear up some things that were said about me in the book.
Yes.
And that's what I'm here to do.
All right. So
Clear up about some things that was said about me in the book. Says who? Did you see Miko there? Or Mrs. M? Or Lady M? Or Lady whatever? They just said Nanny. Run away from people of this life. Guilty conscience can make you, guilty conscience. It will make you to start driving a truck that is not your own. That's what this girl just entered. Guilty conscience. The conscience that is guilty already. Korra never called her name.
may we know first what's your name, if you don't mind?
My name is Miko. That's all I will say. I will not give you my full. But you can call me Miko.
All right. And so
She said, my name is Miko. I don't want to give you my full name.
what do you do for a living?
I am I'm an educator. I live in California. I work in Oakland. I work for schools under the Oakland School District. I'm a tutor. I work as an assistant teacher. I'm a dance teacher and instructor at 2 different studios here in the Bay Area. And yeah, that's what I do.
Of your own, like your own personal business?
I have my own small dance business, yes, that I'm starting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So in all this, I have my own small dance business. I'm a tutor. I'm an educator. I'm this and that. You decided to come and be a common nanny that you saw online because it was Korra Obidi, a person that could blow you through your dance. Because you are dancing, she's also dancing. You decided to come and get a person that will blow your name up just like the way it is right now. Hi! Chineke na mezoku. Na wow. Popularity not because before.
So at the moment, are you married or are you single? Are you a mother?
I'm not a mother. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't feel comfortable answering that question just because I don't want people.
And she's very rude. So she could challenge Korra very easily. Did you hear that? Are you a mother? Are you this? Are you like... She just said, I'm not a mother. I don't want to answer that question. I don't know what that has to do with this. So she's also having this way of... I love this part, yes. The part where she damned this girl. If to say na me will be written and the damn like this girl will repeat this place and play it 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 until Buhari starts coming and saying, why are you rewinding this place? It's Buhari that will tell her to stop rewinding that place before she rewinds. Say, I don't know what that has to do with this interview that we have on ground. Looking for my personal life, if I'm married, if I don't born, if I never born, like, what has that going to do with this one? But according to the educator that she says she is, it has a lot to do because you were talking to people. You came out to catch popularity. Korra life is outside. Korra family is outside. Korra kids are outside. They were they were being monetized for many months. That is the same reason you are coming online to come and catch out from inside this Korra life that was being dragged for 1 year. And you want to hide your own. You don't know what it means. You don't know what social media is. Some people play too much with waiting. You don't know what social media is. Let me tell you, before you start cashing 1 cent out of social media using somebody like this, you will donate. Oh, for here, cyberspace, we donate everything. You are going to donate, my darling. To come out and spill a lie about a person, you will donate a lot. Who told you? You will donate your children, your husband, even the unborn one, your boyfriend to come in the future. You will donate many things. When people don't mention your name, you don't run out to come and say, I think. Insinuation. You insinuate to come and sabotage the work of a person. Do you know what sabotaging is? Are you not an educator? Me, I'm not an educator. I'm just a live video presenter. I know what it means for a person to come and sabotage the work of another person. You didn't know. Can you imagine? Somebody say, you can see that she does not know her place. And it's very unprofessional for you to shut people. You came into an interview to be interviewed by the whole world, or you didn't know. You thought you were just going to talk to a blogger and her followers alone. You didn't know that Korra fans, lovers are also there to come and take what they want to debunk the nonsense you will be saying about their madam. You never knew that. And you said, I don't want to, like, I don't know what that has to do with this one. So Korra wasn't wrong when she said you was now becoming a mini madam inside her house. This interview showed it. Just in 1-2 minutes of the interview. That's why this morning I said all their credibility that this book is supposed to have, you even make it have it more. You gave it a big credibility through this interview. You confirm your rude nature that Korra talks about in that book in 2-3 minutes of this video. Your rude nature was confirmed to say, I don't know what that has to do with this thing, blah, blah, like I don't know. All right, SEO deserves it, but you are crediting what Korra said.
I don't want people to come and start trying to look for me and try to say certain things. So
Before we go, I will give you.
For you to know that this interview was staged, she said, I will not talk about myself because I don't want people to come looking for me. Meaning she agreed on condition. The agreement was on condition. All right, I don't want people to know too much about me. I will just go and I will just come and talk, no problem. I will just come and talk. I will come and debunk. This guy would have not been doing this thing if not because of Justina the chiropractor. She is doing it to please Justina, the chiropractor, because Justina don't want to lose the fans. She don't want people to see. She don't want people to see her differently. Somebody say, Auntie Rita, I think she was a nanny before she became all she is saying she is now. You think she was a nanny before she's becoming like everything that she's saying now? When did this matter happen? Not long ago. She said she was a dancer even before she came to Korra's house. Korra confirmed she was a dancer. That is why she was dancing. That's why Korra, according to the book said she was dancing for Justin. Sometimes dance in front of the guy. You see? So you think the talent just in 1 year, somebody will have that talent of dancing and making. One year don't reach where person take the girl those talent, know the kind brat to wear, know how to. Just 1 year. Yeah?
Tip on how to get rid of that, because after now you're gonna see like thousands of requests. Just do yourself a favor
yes,
and just.
I've already been getting requests.
Did you hear what Bessie is trying to tell her there? After now, there's going to be thousands of requests. Do yourself a favor and don't answer. Why? Why? You now want to control how she will live her life after the interview. Did she answer you? Let's say you and your fans are the people that went to solicit for her attention. Because Justin is also, that's also the platform of Justin. You solicited for her attention to come. Now you don't like, is it? I don't understand. So everything you are doing to Korra is just about popularity. You are not thinking about the damage you are causing her. It's about, oh, I get my the girl just said she don't know you. Meaning the popularity still is not there. It happened in 2021, yes. Her mother saw that Korra spoke about needing a nanny on Facebook and sent her daughter to do it. She was never a nanny. Her mother sees her daughter in Korra and thought her daughter could become Korra. Thank you. Which nanny? There's nothing professional about you as a nanny. Even for you to say, at the time, I was a mediator between the both of them. What were you mediating? Are you a social worker? Eh? Are you a social worker? Did you went there as a social worker?
I've already been getting requests. Anyone that's trying to friend request me, I'm sorry, I won't be accepting it because I don't know who you are. And I don't want them. So
All right.
Did you know that? That one will tell you that it's staged. This other reason is another reason you should know that it was a stage interview. She said, anyone that sent me a friend request, I wouldn't be accepting it. I won't be talking about it because I don't know who you are. So how did you know who Bessie is? You just said you don't know her. This platform where you are yesterday, how did you know her? So which relationship did both of you have? So you don't know the people that will come later, and you knew this one, and you just said you just recently heard about her. So it was enough for you to come and grant interview on Ashani. You don't know them. So how do you normally know people? Through Sister Justina, that's a very good friend of yours, as Korra is already your enemy. I mean, she's saying she's educator. She used the $2,000 to educate herself. Exactly.
Let's hop into why we are here. All right. I have read the book, chapter 8, as she has a nanny who came to the house, that she showed her nanny where to sleep, gave her nanny, settle her down in the house. And let's hop into why we are here.
yes,
All right.
I am the nanny.
Don't
in
do
the-
it. Okay.
I'm on the live on
Oh,
I am the nanny. Yes.
yes. So nanny came in and she showed her nanny where to sleep. Gave her nanny,
So sorry.
settle her
I'm
down.
having difficulty. Like this. Okay. There.
All right. So that her nanny came to live with them in the house. It wasn't like go and come nanny, but a living nanny.
Yes, it was a live-in nanny situation.
Okay. And we understand that the baby was still pretty young then and she needed some assistance with that.
For you to know, detecting another unprofessionalism relating to this girl. Has it ever been anywhere she talked about the document that was being signed between she and Justin and the other people? Because in Germany here, when you are taking a professional nanny, there must be what they call contract of job and business. There was nothing like that. You just saw an ad on live on cyberspace and you decided to go do a living. So that one is just a menial job for a person who does not even own a certificate to any school at all. A certificate of any knowledge, even no experience certificate. You don't need to be experienced. You saw it online and you went. Who cooked and who staged this interview? Who arranged, who organized this one? It's too unprofessional. You talked in this interview, there's never a place where you said the certificate or the contract. Because professional nannies, they have contracts. You must sign documents. I must sign. You must sign. And I must sign that my family are good with you. That this is the agreed amount of money. At the end of the month, you will be paid this. And there also is going to be an evidence of me remitting money into your accounts, not giving you in your hands. Which professional nanny collect money in their hands that the states will not record? You see, the person interviewing you now is the person who talked about Korra not doing her taxes. And she forgot to ask you, how are you going to do your tax to the government when you collect money from hand that cannot be declared to the government? $2,000 were collected by hand, and you claim to be a professional nanny. Is that how they do it? Here in Germany, professional nanny, when they come to your house, you don't pay to them. You pay into their bank account because an invoice will be given to you. There will be an invoice of transaction. So, Miko, where is the invoice of your transaction? You are claiming to be a professional. You are not just an opportunist who went there for an opportunity. No tax paid. So how much did you pay for that $2,000 that were given to you? How much were the tax you remitted to the government inside? Nothing. It helped your family. And you even consumed the part of the government inside. And you claim to be a professional. You see the reason why people were saying yesterday on that interview to say, it's too unprofessional. This is why I said I will come online for it again this evening. What is professional about you being a nanny in Korra's house? You are just an opportunist. Still, as we are talking right now, you ask people to follow you already. You people are trying to call Korra Obidi a tax invader, thank you. And you collected as a professional $2,000 that was not remitted into your business account, that was not remitted into your professional account, that was only given to you by hand. Which professional nanny does that? And where is that done in the world? So you see, we can chase you also for evading tax. You don't go into people's house to just go and collect money in your hand and you go away and you call yourself a professional nanny. So how is the government supposed to know now that, Justin? Now we are saying this one here. What if we say, Miko, you collected $2,000. How much was the state, the government of US? How much did you give to them? Come and prove it to us that so time you gave tax out of that money that was given to you. Where is the certificate of the contract of job that you did with these people? The paper that they signed with you because you are a professional. You want to deceive us, online in-laws that can never be deceived. Hey, good evening, my darling people.
Yes, she put out a post on Instagram. That's how I found it. It was in her story, and she was asking people who has papers. She needs a nanny.
This was the beginning of the interview. She said Korra is the one that put out a post that she wanted a nanny. In the middle of this interview, she said again, Korra is not the one that brought me, it's Justin that brought me. Did you people hear it, or you didn't take note of the lies and the confusion that were inside this interview yesterday? Here, did you hear her saying that Korra Obidi is the one that put out a post on Instagram? Meaning it's not Justin that wanted a nanny, as she later say. If I have the time to sit with this interview today, you will hear her repeating and saying, she is not the one that brought me. She has forgotten what she said at the beginning. She is not the one that brought me. The guy is the one that brought me. Oh, na not follow her. You people don't take note of these wonderful moments when you're listening to a person talking. She put out a post on Instagram. She wanted a nanny. So why did she later say inside this interview, listen where you hear it to say, she's not the one that brought me. I wasn't working for her. I was working for the guy. Listen.
Me having experience working with children, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be a perfect opportunity for me to learn from her and also maybe help her in aid as someone that works in education. And
she said, this is going to be a powerful opportunity for me to learn from her, and also a perfect opportunity to be with Korra. Meaning Justin is not in this picture of searching for a nanny. This picture has nothing to do with Justin, just Korra. So who said before? The mother, or she later said it's the mother that told her. Did you see the beginning of the interview? She said she is the one that saw the post of Korra Obidi. She saw the post on Instagram with her two naked eyes. When she sees it, she decided to say it's a perfect opportunity for me to learn from Korra. Listen to what she will be saying later.
I've been a nanny before. So I reached out in message, and we had a brief conversation on WhatsApp. And I told her I would draft up a contract and send it back to her. At that point, she didn't want me to draft up any contracts. I asked her about an NDA because I know she is of status, and also her former husband is of status. So I was like, okay, what can I do?
She said she's a tax state and the husband is also, you see that grammar, it confused my big auntie way saying I know grammar pass. It even confused me, but me, I know that one means for a person, people who are happy, excited, for a person to be excited. He confused his style away, saying no English
protect
past
you
me.
guys if things go bad, and also to protect myself. And
Oh.
so
What's that supposed to mean? Sorry to cut you there. Protect in which
an
way?
NDA, an NDA, it's a document that basically protects the party. So this conversation that we're having right now, had she signed an NDA, I would not be having this conversation with you.
NDA. Maybe that's what we were talking about before, to say the contract of work, the contract that protects the person who employed you, the one that is also protecting you as an employee. There is nothing like that. It wasn't signed. Abi?
This conversation with you.
Okay, all right.
Meaning, if there was that contract, she was not going to be having this conversation she's having with them now. She wasn't going to be having this conversation that she's having with them. They didn't sign it, meaning there was no contract signed.
Okay.
Yes, I brought all this information to her. She did not want to sign papers and do like legal stuff like this. She said she wanted to keep it word of mouth and keep the trust between us. And so I agreed to it. I was like, well, you know, she's not from America. She's from...
This girl lied here. NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. Yes. She said she brought all this paper to Korra Obede. Korra said she don't want to do something like that. And you are a professional. You didn't insist on your right. And she said Korra just lobbied her into accepting it illegally. She lobbied her into accepting it illegally, the job, and she accepted. Why? Meaning you are also a cheater. You were cheating the government also. So how many people would have like used you or use your services? You would have collected illegal money from them that you don't even declare to the government. So if I am a client now, I just tell you to say, come, I just want you to be inside the house illegally like that. You just accept. And you come out on national television and say, that's against my professionalism. You know, this one is against my profession. I'm a professional. What makes you a professional? Professional that turns down things like NDA. That was a big lie. It's just that Korra don't come online to come and be arguing and battling words with us. But it's easy for a normal person who have eyes to know that. That's what I'm asking. So with no contract signed, why did you still take the job? Why? Because you have been doing it. And you people never even maybe talked about contracts. Big liar. It's against your doctrine as a professional nanny. It's against what you learned in school. It's against what you pledged to the government, being a professional nanny. And you decided to accept all those things. In the country where we are, yeah, nobody in Germany will accept that. Except people who are not professionals. They didn't go to the school. They just want to help and you pay them. Why didn't you say it like that? So why are they portraying you like a professional nanny? Who does that? You said everything in the book is true, but the way Korra portrays it is not true. Look at what you are portraying to us. You are making us to believe you are portraying a whole like situations like this that you was being convinced beyond or against your professionalism to take an illegal job. Okay, what if you was killed in that house? What if something happened to you? What if something happened? So you just coming out to come and tell the state that they told me and I just accepted. But you said maybe you could learn something from Korra. That was the beginning of your statement. Maybe I could learn something from her. So it's you that have the biggest willingness of going to Korra. You saw her post. Korra don't know who you are. She put up her post for anyone. And you know who you are. You know who Korra is. So the disadvantage Korra have in becoming more vulnerable to you is higher. Because she don't know who is coming, but you definitely know who you're going to meet. And you say the way she's portraying chapter 8 is not true. It's not portraying it where it happened, but it's not true. What are you debunking? Like same African people like you, if you hurt a person, you just go and apologize to them and say, I am sorry. What I did to you, you know, that time, what happened, I'm not supposed to do this. Your husband sent you out of my presence. He sent you out because of me. I was supposed to be nice enough, taking my bag and following you. If that is what you did that night, Korra Obidi will not be angry. She will not even sleep out. If you hold that like an African sister to say, sister, you are not leaving this house. Why is your husband saying you should go while I'm here? This is how African people behave. You don't say you are holding a baby upstairs. You are holding my baby. My husband is sending me out because of you. And you said in this interview it's not because of you. Listen, this interview is bragado braga, what they want people to hear.
So she probably doesn't know what I know. And yes, non-disclosure agreement. Thank you everyone in the chat. She doesn't know what I know being here in America, so let me help her. So that was my whole premise, was to
let me help her. She said she wants to go and learn from Korra. She also said probably Korra don't know what I know. So this is America. Probably she don't know what I know. So she thought she knows more than Korra a lot, that she needs to go and teach Korra. That is why instead of becoming a nanny, she became a mediator in marriage. Are you people seeing it? That is getting clearer and clearer by the day now.
help her. I went out there in March, I believe, in 2021. I left. I did not have, my phone service was off at the time. In the book, she says that my phone was off, and she thought that was strange. Of course, it would be strange because my phone was off. You know,
according to Korra's book, Korra said she complained that her phone is not catching network where it's not out, it's out of network. That was strange. Abby, her phone is not out of network. She received phone before she entered the house. She received calls. Immediately she entered the house, her phone calls stopped working. Why? Because you don't want your boyfriend definitely to be calling you in front of a Mr. Whatever. You don't want, you want to now have another phone that you'll be using to talk. Because your phone is not your phone that was having problem. It's the connection in your phone, which is the SIM card. Many people can no longer call you. You are the only one who cannot control how your calls goes out. They can no longer reach out to you. What a great deed by mommy and daughter. Exactly, she had her eyes.
It works. I think you're in Canada.
No, I mean, okay.
You're in the UK. Okay. You're in the UK. I don't know if it's the same, like when you pay a bill, like on your phone, like if you don't pay the service, they cut your line off, right? And then when you pay the bill, they turn your services back on. At the time, my phone just turned off.
1 minute, let me clear that part because she really made a big deal about that phone part. She said,
Yes.
You're trying to tell us now that your phone, you had a working phone, but your contract kind of expired.
My contract was expired for the month. So
This interview is staged big time. She never said her contract was expired. She said, if you don't pay your bills, they will cut off your phone. If you don't pay your bills, your phone will be cut off. Then she said, wait, let me enter here. Are you trying to say when you went into that house, your phone was not expired, like your contract was expired? Did she talk about expiring contract? Immediately, Upesiona said your phone. Upekio is the one talking about expiration. She never talked about the expiration of the contract. She talks about not paying her bills. She didn't pay. And a professional nanny didn't pay her bills to a network organization, and they decided to cut it off. That's what she said right now. She didn't pay. Then the interviewer just said, oh, let me come in there. She made the big deal out of the phone because that area also confuses Korra. That's the area that is also confusing us here now. The area confuses Korra a lot. Korra said, I don't know why. Like a professional would just enter a house and instantly her phone is not working anymore. She wants to have my own. It's just like when you go into a bank, automatic, your phone needs to go off. So meaning chapter 8 is very factual. These two people got it confused here. when they were talking about it. The first person said they cut it off because I didn't pay. And the interviewer said it expired. So I don't understand. If something expired, the contract is off already, you need the renewal. But she never said she needed the renewal. She just said she didn't pay her bills and it was cut off. Hello?
For the month. So I didn't have the money to pay it. So
did you hear that again? I didn't have the money to pay it. She did not say it's expired though. It was cut off. Negligence. This is the person that is accusing Korra of negligence. When you don't pay your bills to the government, it's negligence. When you own debt and they cut you off, it's negligence. Negligence detected. Negligence detected even when job never even starts. So what makes you a professional that is any good with all this degree and biography that you put grant for us to be maybe the somersault for inside BB grammar? You think we are after grammar? On cyberspace, we are not after grammar. We are after logic. We run after common sense, logic. We don't run after grammar. Grammar cannot deceive us. If we don't know the meaning of that grammar, we go into Google and Google will tell us to say this is what this thing means. It was disconnected for not payment. It wasn't expired. When something expires, meaning end of contract. So both of them are saying different things. The interviewer is saying expiration, and she continued hitting on the point of negligence. She neglected her importance.
I came to her and she understood. And she's like, well, we'll pay you up front and you can pay your phone bill and all these expenses, which is understood. The phone that she's talking about in the book, it was actually...
And Korra told her, according to her, Korra said, don't worry, we're going to be paying you fine so that you can pay all your expenses. Meaning she came into Korra's house with debt. Yeah, she didn't come ready. She came with debt. She was owing debt when she came. That's what she's saying here. She said, Korra said, don't worry, we're going to pay you nicely. And when you receive your first pay, you can be able to trash all your debt. Meaning she came with debt into the house.
It didn't belong to her. To my understanding, it belonged to her former husband. It was just a spare phone. I knew her to be wanting to sell the phone. She was like, I need to sell the phone to get extra money because I'm trying to have money in my pocket so I can leave it.
Did you hear that? Cut off and expire is the same thing because it's monthly contract. Any month you do not pay the provider, we cut it off. But she used the language as she didn't pay. It's negligence. Yeah. I wanted to hear what she said there,
Say, I don't want to get into the details of what happened in that book. What she says, I asked her if she was supposed to be here. Yes, because they had a whole agreement that she was supposed to leave and go to an Airbnb and stay there until they can figure out what their next steps were.
She says she don't want to go into details and talk about what happened in the book. But she had an agreement with Justin when this nanny was already inside the house to go to Airbnb. Airbnb is just like all this lodge where people, they go lodge. They will just go there and lodge and sleep that night. That same place, when they lose their house before this girl came into their life, they were sleeping from one Airbnb, one place to another. So, which husband and wife, we have an agreement when the daughter is at home, nanny is there, the man is there, the woman will agree to go and sleep out alone. Like, is the story matching up? She said they had an agreement, and on the agreement that they had, Justin and Korra was supposed to go and sleep outside, meaning not be quarrel happen, according to the book. Korra Obidi said, Justin came home and said, I don't want to see your face today. He is angry at her He said, I want you out of the house. That's an argument that happened. I want you out of the house. That's how Korra portrayed that incident in the book. This guy came out to debunk it, to say, no, it didn't happen like that. It's a kind of an agreement between husband and wife to say you need to go and sleep outside. Excuse me? What kind of agreement is that? A babysitter is in my house. A girl where they dance, they flip breast like this, who came half naked on cyberspace 2 days ago. My husband will have an agreement with me to go and sleep outside. Then I will accept to go out and sleep outside. So what is it that you people are not understanding, that this one is a stage interview? Sleep outside for who and for what? My husband is at home, my child is there, the nanny is there. Then a kind of agreement. So this is what she said. She said there was an agreement for Korra to go and sleep outside. With who? Was Justin using, is there something that you need to say more? Was he using Korra to do jobs or businesses? Like, what kind of agreement is that? And Korra didn't skip that place in her book. She decided to put it as an experience that tormented her mentally. It was an experience, it was a situation between she and her husband that agreed to say, go and sleep outside. So how did you know that there was an agreement between husband and wife to go and sleep outside? Had it be that when Justin went upstairs, because you said that sometimes when they are talking upstairs, you don't know what they will be talking about. Has it been that when Justin has already prepared his mind to have a conversation with you that night, he decided to go tell the wife to say, I don't want to see you this night, I want you to go away. And he came down to tell you that it's an agreement between both of us to go and sleep. Is that what Justin told you? But you are not saying that it's Justin that told you this. You are saying that there was an agreement between the two of them for the woman to go and sleep outside her matrimonial home. When her daughter is at home, the man is at home. The nanny dancer is there. One of the take her easy now. Like, you people are just running the brain of people. If you want to run it too fast, people will not allow it. They will go and bring down the situation and for analysis and say, bring it here. Don't run it too fast like that. Because the boldness and the reason why you needed to come and debunk that book is saying that what Korra said is factual. Nothing is not factual in that book.
What their next steps were. I don't know what happened in between, but she popped up in the morning at the house. And so I was just asking, as someone that's working with this family and watching the child, hey, are you supposed to be here right now? Not to say like, oh, you're not supposed to be here.
Did you see how she skipped the place where Korra left that night? Korra slept outside that night. That's what she said in this book. But this girl skipped the place to say in the morning, she packed up her things and she came back again. How did she leave you guys at home that night? In this book, how should she leave Una? Did she left and she came to tell you that, oh, Miko, I'll be going out. I had an agreement with my husband. My husband said that she go sleep somewhere in Airbnb. He just said that she go take some fresh air outside so that you can be like, how did she leave? You never talked about her. You talked about her return. You said it's an agreement for her to go and sleep outside. But you talked about her return because she also talked about her return over here because the return shocked her herself to say, like, why will Nanny be feeling so comfortable to ask me this question to say, did the guy know that you're supposed to be here? So that's what you are debunking. Incident happen. Madam won't come on for house. Madam come meet me. Oh. This one is our Nigerian pidgin now. Madam come meet me. As Madam meet me, Madam tell me, say, take care of my pikin, don't worry. I agree with my husband. I will be coming back. There's nothing like that. You just said she had an agreement with the husband to go and sleep outside. Like, for waiting. Which wife agree to go and sleep outside when the nanny with the throw breast they there with pikin, with her husband? He will just say, for what? So what were they doing? Is there anything more that you need to add? What kind of business and transaction was the man with the wife that there was an agreement of sleeping outside that you knew about? She never explained that night with Justin. Did you ask the man to say, why is Korra not there? You said it's not your business. But at the time, if you say it's not your business, you was mediating. That's what you said in this interview. That at the time, I needed to put them down, and mediating between them. Nobody is killing you, but you have to know that this book is very factual. You couldn't defend yourself. If you was the nanny they are talking about, when your name was never mentioned.
Hey, in any way indicates that when she comes back,
I was never in a room with Mr. J or whoever she's made him be in the book. I was never alone in the room with him. Whenever he did try to talk to me, I would always redirect and be like, hey.
She's answering the question that she's not being asked. This one say, did she ever indicate when she come back? That is what the interviewer asked. And the girl is asking, I was never alone. And the girl was saying, I was never alone in the room with the doctor. That's not what she's asking. She was pointing, the interviewer, Upesio was pointing at, did she ever indicate when she came back? She wants to talk about Korra Obidi. When Korra came back, you are not talking about, I was never alone in the room with Dr. Justin. There was never a time I was alone. The question was never asked. The interviewer never asked if you have been in the if you was alone in the room with him or not. Nobody asked that question, and I'm not seeing any comments. No one asking such question in the comment section. So, were you alone with him? So, where did that answer come out from?
I think you need to talk to her about this issue, not me, because I have nothing to do with it. If you have a question about the child, how she's doing today, what she ate today, I can tell you stuff like that. But if you want to come yab with me about what's happening with your ex-wife or wife at the time, I don't want to hear that stuff because it has nothing to do with me.
This, according to her, is the way she was responding to Justin. Why? Because Justin was coming close. That's why, according to her, she was trying to put the man off. So don't come and be asking me questions about your ex-wife, about your wife. Here, she's always saying ex-wife, ex-wife, ex-wife. Mistake never even come out of her mouth to say wife. She has already accepted the ex-wife something already inside this interview. Ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-husband. If you want to ask me a question, don't ask me. You that's nothing to do with me. Go ask. Meaning the guy was insisting. For you to be pushing the person away from you to say, you don't have anything to do, like, you don't need to ask me this question. You need to go ask your ex-wife. Meaning the person was insisting. That's a sign that the person was insisting that we're all talking about, that Korra talked about in the book.
okay, so when she came back to the house, did you overhear them that she's supposed to stay away longer than when she showed up? Did you hear that from any of them, or during the time they were talking, or before she budged out?
I heard things.
Okay.
What I can say is I was a mediator in multiple conversations where they had an agreement that she would leave and he would help her find an apartment for herself until they could figure out their next steps.
In most of their arguments, she was a mediator. That when Korra leaves, he will help her to look for an apartment. So which one is? The girl will not be saying, no, don't ask me questions like this. You go and do that with your wife. Don't ask me this. She just said she was a mediator by herself. In most of the conversation, she heard things, a lot of things. But inside this interview, listen, she also said that they normally talk upstairs and she will not be hearing them. Listen to her carefully. This one is not what somebody else is saying this way. She is speaking.
I don't know what happened in between time, but that's not what happened. She was supposed to, I think she was supposed to leave and have a day with the child, and that's not what ended up happening. I don't know where she was. I don't know what happened to the child or the child in the back of the house, and we couldn't get a hold of Korra, and then it ended up being a whole tiff with me and Korra because my boundaries weren't being respected, and I had to leave because it became to a point where it's like, you keep going back on your word. You say, yeah, we can do this, and then you switch up on me. And as a professional, I can't work in those conditions. Also, I have my own life. I can't be your full-time nanny, and then you're saying, oh yeah, 8 p.m. till on, you can do what you need to do in your day. Everything from 8 p.m. on in America, or probably the UK and anywhere else in the world, businesses are closed.
As a professional, even inside that conversation, it's only that one that got me inside. As a professional, which professional? There was no contract of doing the job. There was no contract. There was no agreement during that period you was there. Professional nanny in what area? Too many conversations in 2 weeks. Too many quarrels happened in your presence. So when Korra Obidi said, too much tension was in her home the time you was there, she didn't lie. All of you are saying the same thing. If you say everything happened, all these things happened and you saw them in 2 weeks, you was mediating, settling quarrel, saying don't worry, Justin saying don't worry, I will help you to go find a house, Korra telling you that she want to sell stuff to go get a house. She just said the trouble in her home when you was there, that period, it was also a lot. And you came to debunk. What did you debunk? All of you are just saying the same thing. What did you come to debunk? The way she's trying to portray it. In which way? She never said, has girl slept with my husband? She only said that you dance in front of the man. And with Korra and the way their house condition was like, they were having one big parlor like that, I don't know, during that 2021. So if you are dancing there, look at the way you are dancing here now. What will make you not dance for the Shiro whatever to see you? Look at. You see why we say this morning, somebody said she's validating everything that Korra said. There's no difference about what Korra said than what she's saying. It's just the same thing. The only difference is the guilty conscience. Good evening, Rita Ritoto. Good evening, my darling. Good evening, everyone.
You know, like I can't do stuff like that. I can't do anything for myself. So we had a tip there, but there were conversations between her and Mr. J where they had an agreement. I was the mediator that, you know, she would leave. I had actually pleaded her case because I had drawn a bath for her. I had bathed her. I gave her this whole layout so that she could relax because everything was so stressful. She had been crying. She was worried about her daughter. And I wanted her to have peace. So I drew her bath. And it was the same night that Mr. J was asking her to leave. He was like, you're not supposed to be here. I need you to leave. And I was like, please don't ask her to leave. It's late. Where's she going to go? Can she just stay in the room with me and the child and we'll figure out something in the morning? You know, next steps tomorrow. Just let her stay here with me in the room. You don't have to be here. It was difficult because if anyone knows their story and has watched them develop over the years, you know without a doubt this man loved this woman and he was heartbroken.
This is the area I want to talk about. You will know that this man loves this woman. Mona says something to you, a nanny that is just coming into the house. If you see, how will you know that the man loved the woman? Don't they fight in your presence? They fight every time. In most of their fight conversations, he was a mediator. It wasn't a love story that you were mediating. You was mediating fights that you were watching. So this interview is all about defending Justin. You will know that this man loved this woman. So what are you trying to tell people that are watching? It's Korra that didn't want the marriage. It's Korra that was crazy. It's Korra that was sick. It's Korra that don't know what she wants. This man loved this woman. So this one is a stage interview of defending Justin's person.
He was devastated, and he did not know what to do. He really wanted to
Make things work.
to make things work and save his marriage.
What makes him to be devastated? He was devastated. He was confused. He was worried. He didn't know what to do. He was really trying to make things work. Look what he did.
So, and so asking her to leave was trying to help himself, because he could not fathom and figure out how to be with her in the same vicinity as.
Hey! Name o, Chineke na meziokwu. He said the man was confused, devastated, frustrated. He loved this woman. He was not finding solution to the problem on ground. Asking her to leave was a way of easing the problem on ground when you are inside the house. So why didn't Justin just leave and solve the situation on ground? Because they are not arriving at a conclusion. So asking Korra to leave was a way of solving problem. Why you will stay with the baby inside the house, with you there, with Justin there. Korra leave was a way of solving it. It's not that he asked the wife to leave, just as Korra said in the book, to say, I don't want to see your face. No. You are not saying, you are defending Justin. To say asking Korra to leave was not that leaving that we meant. It was a leaving of a way of making the situation on ground to cure. The only time Korra ever talked about Justin throwing her out of the house is when you were there. I don't think she has ever said anything like that elsewhere, that she was thrown out of the house. Did it ever appear elsewhere? Even in the stories, even in the book? No. So asking Korra to leave was just a way of solving problem. Why didn't the man leave? My nanny will be here. My husband is here at home. So we have a disagreement. My husband will have me to leave the house. A way of solving the problem that is on ground. And when I eventually leave, the money will not be in an account, our account will be zero according to the book. The account will be zeroed and dry, planned. So that she will not just go to the account that night, withdraw everything and disappear. So that you can still have her back. She can still come back. Like, you people should listen, just listen to what she's saying.
Yeah. So that's why he had asked her to leave just for a night. She wasn't getting kicked out.
She wasn't being kicked out. That's why he asked her to leave just for one night. Did you see that? That's why Justin asked Korra to leave. She was not being kicked out, but it's really Justin that asked Korra to leave. Meaning Korra was right, according to the book. She's not the one that just left the house. Some people were saying, why will he leave? If he asked me to leave, I will not leave. Really? Domestic violence? Person where don't they pursue you up and down, suffocating your head with too much words, wanting you to leave. Man, we're ready to do Okporoko, want you to leave the house and you want to stay. Really? So, what Nassim was saying, thank you, Meda, that Justin liked kicking Korra out. The nanny just prove it. Although she's saying it in another way, to say he's not asking her to leave because he's kicking her out. He's just asking her to leave for some time. Which man in his right senses would just tell a woman to leave for some time? A complete stranger is at home. A new girl will just come for 1 week. You are asking me to leave.
It wasn't being put out on the street. None of that. He had an agreement that he would set her up in an Airbnb that was affordable. All kind of stuff. There was a whole plan. And somehow...
So that one that Korra said she was being kicked out, this guy is saying, debunking it, to say it's a lie. She was not being kicked out. Did you see the reason why people are saying it's a stage interview? All messed up. It's a lie. She was not being kicked out. Airbnb. Why didn't you go to the Airbnb, or why didn't Justin go there? Why didn't Justin go there? So that you women can remain at home. Why was it not Korra that needed to go out and be looking for where to stay or where to sleep that night? Why did she come back home in the morning naked herself in her room and started screaming to say, God, see what I'm passing through? Exactly. She would not have her papers that time. She would definitely listen. I know that situation. I know that situation. Imagine when your documents are still on that way. Do you know how some men and women use this opportunity to torture people? When they know that you are still waiting for your documents, you are illegal somehow. Your documents are not complete. When they know that they can kick you in the street and you can come back begging.
It just didn't work out that way.
I really appreciate what you say now, because this all were written in the book in chapter 8 as she was kicked out.
She's trying to garnish the whole scenario to make Mr. look good. It's all about redeeming his image. Thank you so much. It's all about throwing Korra every time to the floor and redeeming the image of people who really have image. They don't care. Look at the way Korra talked about herself and her past. Will that guy both talk about himself like that? No. So everything that these people are doing is about protecting the image of the man. So they went to go and carry this girl to come and be debunking nonsense, come and be staging and say it like this. If you okay, after reading the book, knowing what Korra have in her mind.
Because of you.
No.
So I really appreciate this part. She said she felt like the nanny was taking over her house. As soon as the nanny settled down, she was kicked out of her house, of her home. And when she came back, the nanny was asking her, what?
These are lies. Lies, I tell you, lies. Because I was at...
When a person is being asked to leave by her husband, what is she supposed to feel? A nanny is in the house, a new girl. We had an argument that we cannot settle that night. You asked me to leave. The feeling of being kicked out of your house, wouldn't it come? It's not even a feeling. It happened. Exactly, my darling. She said it was just for one night. But when Korra came in the morning, she asked her, why was she back if Justin knew? She admitted it, although she painted it in another way. But she admitted it to say it's not the way Korra portrayed. Why will you ask if Justin knew that he was there? Is she not the wife of Justin? What concerns you into deep conversations like that? If Justin didn't make you to look so important in that house more than his wife, why will you even go to areas like that to go and discuss? Why is those things supposed to concern you? I'm a nanny in this house. The person, the wife of the man who owns the house will come. I'll be asking her to say, they didn't know that you are here. Why will he know? Or why should he know about it?
I was not taking over home. I didn't even have my own space. I was brought to that home under the impression I would have my own room. The room would have a bed, all kind of stuff. I got there, I shared a room with the child. I did not have a bed. I slept on a mattress topper with a blue sheet on the floor. She told me she had a bed with sheets and everything. That was not true. Even to the point where she told me that she didn't.
You people should listen to what this girl is saying. Did she come to debunk or she came to fool? Listen, no. Is this a person who came to just, or she came to fool Korra? She don't have a sheet. She gave you a bed to sleep on the floor. She gave you this one. They say you're going to have your own bed in blah, blah, blah. Hey! Mr. J and Korra is Korra. Only 2 weeks. It seems like this girl has known them for years. She even used her own mouth to say she was a mediator. She was mediating.
Have any clothes? She was like, yeah, he kicked me out. I don't have any of my clothes. I don't have anything to wear. I gave her my clothes to wear.
See where she complicated herself again. No? She said it was an agreement for the both of them for Korra to go out. Now, Korra was not complaining. You kicked me out. I don't have anything to wear, blah, blah, blah. Then she gave her clothes to Korra to wear. See contradiction, so. She said, no, it's not. There's nothing like kicking out. It was just an agreement between the two people. Now, Korra complained and she gave Korra her clothes to wear.
My clothes to wear so that she could have clothes. She actually was wearing my shoes. She had on my shorts to the point where my mother and my friends were messaging me, asking me, is this girl wearing your clothes? Is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? They're like, why is she wearing your stuff? And I'm like, oh, well, she told me she didn't have any clothes. And they were like, that's weird. That's weird behavior. That's not normal. And she actually does have.
Thank you so much. This person, Goodling. Maybe the time the man was kicking Korra out of the house, she gave Korra her clothes. Because sometimes you will not have the time to say, let me arrange my clothes. Because Korra said she got kicked out. That is how she said it. I was kicked out of the house. Definitely Korra does video everywhere. Maybe the time she was not doing video wherever she was. That is when the parents of this one saw, because she will not be inside her own house. She will be wearing your clothes and your parents will not be asking. Do you see how the contradictions happened in the video? Somebody said this was all thrown in to make Korra look mad. Exactly. The time when Korra went come off for house, because she was being thrown out, she knew about it because at the beginning, she don't want to talk about that place. The night Korra left, I asked that time, the night Korra left the house, what did she tell you? What was your relationship? Is now she's talking about the relationship, how it was. Because she got kicked out, she gave her clothes, and that one left with her clothes. So horrible things really happened that make Korra to keep that scenario in her head, to put it inside her book. She was, and she didn't lie. Horrible things happen that made Korra to put those things in her head and say, okay, you want to have a pan of this nanny's flesh. That's why I'm being kicked out. And the nanny is the one that gave her, oh, Mr. J is wanting you to go, okay, take the clothes. But the guy is not just organizing the whole thing well. We are still knowing that something happened. You say Korra, the family, her mom and her family saw Korra wearing it. So, meaning Korra did not wear it in that house. Maybe when she left to wherever she went to, she did video. They saw her clothes on. Korra not be person where they come social media can talk. If not, she would have said it the same way we are saying it now. I wore her clothes when I got kicked out of the house. She might not be lying that Korra wear her clothes, her short and her whatever. So you said it was an agreement. So a thing that was agreed to be done, a kick out that was organized. She don't have the time to pack her luggage. She don't have the time to prepare her clothes. There was no time. The only time that was there was the one you would quickly throw to her when she was going. Hey.
She does have clothes. I've seen her closet. It's a beautiful closet. She makes her own clothes as well. She had access to things. How she chose to go about it was not the right way. That's what I would say.
Oh.
Did you hear that? She has her closet. She had her things, beautiful things, and she will come the wear. Not be the way you wear for front of live video, so not be all this nonsense where you wear so rag. Meaning, Korra was kicked out of the house that night, and the fastest clothes she could reach out to was your own. That is why you never talked about that part at the beginning of this interview. Is now you are now explaining it, but in another way. Maybe she even threw clothes through the window to Korra that night because Korra said she got kicked out. The guy said, I don't want to see your face in this house today.
Okay. This is really heavy because chapter 8 was just like flip, flop, 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 flop. She tried to take my husband. Okay? That's
There is nothing like flip, flop, flop, flop trying to take my husband. That's how it is. Right in your very present, my husband kicked me out. I couldn't reach up to my clothes. I couldn't reach up to my things. Your clothes were now the fastest one that could reach my hand to go and wear outside. Coming back the next day, asking me strange questions. There's nothing portraying over there. That's the real thing. That's the real deal. The interviewer is supporting Justin, trying to portray Korra to be like, okay, what are you, like, does it look normal for a person to agree to go and sleep outside, a married woman, for a nanny to sleep inside with the husband in the same house? So that one alone will tell you that the book is very factual.
chapter 8 looks like. But
I would never do that. I'm a young lady.
breaking it down this way, and I'm sure everybody in the comment section are really having a party right now. On to the next moment where
the only thing that happened in this interview was the body shaming that was given to Korra. Korra was given a lot of body shaming here. I gave her my clothes. And you know, she was always going and coming. She was not that consistent. She was this, she was that. Finish. No accolade was given to Korra. So in that 2 weeks, there was nothing good that Korra did for you that you could say in this interview. There was nothing good. Korra that we see on media every day cooking for the family, even while she was pregnant, of the first one and the second one, always cooking and giving and giving and giving when she's in front of the camera. There was nothing she has done for you that was good, that you could say. Everything that this girl is saying here is portraying Korra to be a bad person, a mad person, psychologically dement person, a derailed person. Finish. That's why I tell you the interview is staged. Not like, oh, you know, at a time she could make this meal for us. We could eat. Are you trying to tell us that for 2 weeks, Korra never prepared something for you to eat? Okay, she even did a video with her to promote her, Abi.
you have to leave.
Yes.
What led to the incident that, because I was told and I understand that you had something doing, but for this amazing job of a person that you watch as a dancer, you had to leave it and come live with them. Because
I wasn't just a dancer. Let me make that clear. I am a dancer. I'm a paid instructor at 2 dance studios here in the Bay Area. That's I'm not going to dispute that. It was very traumatic, as I'm saying. It was a lot and traumatic for all of us. But what brought me to leave is that the boundary that I had set, I don't mind being your nanny. I don't mind helping you. But when you start crossing boundaries and you bring me into your personal life and your personal affairs, that's where I have to draw the line. That was the first line I drew. I said, I cannot, you guys can't both be coming to me trying to tell me stuff about each other. Just talk to each other. If I need to be in the room, I'll sit in the room. I don't mind working Monday through Friday.
Let me tell you the character, what this guy is talking about here. Somebody said, but could not afford a phone bill. Yeah. She's saying Korra and Justin brought her into their private life by stalking each other. This one will want to come and talk to her. The other one will want to come and talk to her. The Korra that I know, those things will definitely start from Justin. Because these white men are like that. If they see you for one day, they behave as if they had known you for ages. They don't have privacy. If you free with them small, they can discuss their wife at the slightest absence of that woman or that man. They can discuss that person with you immediately. Korra said it that she has her own personal insecurities, but she didn't allow her insecurities to control her. Why? Somebody say if she's an instructor, why she took the nanny job? Ask me. But she said because she wants to help Korra. With all this your profession, you decide to come and help. Why are you talking about help? Korra helped your ministry. You left her home with $2,000. This one is one thing that normally provokes me online. A person you help will be telling you how they help you. What are you talking about? You are talking as if you came to look at what you are wearing. You look so unkept and dirty. You look so unkept and dirty, and you said the 2,000 pound whatever helped your family a lot. And you are not saying, if I helped you, who are you helping? People who gave you $2,000 in 2 weeks? Help them with what? What kind of baby is it that they are carrying? Were they carrying twins or triplets in that house? Just one baby, June? 2,000 pounds in dollars. Is it not dollar they use it? $2,000 in 2 weeks. And you are saying, if I want to help you, I'm going to help you. Don't feel like as if you'll be bringing your worry. Like, I don't get it. All these people, when are they stop grammar confusion? Yeah? Why are you confusing yourself with too much grammar? You're talking about helping a person. In what way? Did you know how these people helped your family and your ministry? Do you think if Justin that made that money, he will spend it on for you for 2 weeks? If it's his own personal hard earned money, he will just give you like that for 2 weeks. Which kind of water they come out from your okporoko? The money people suffer for, they don't spend it like that. They normally spend people own like that. The one they did not suffer for. One girl come from Europe. She was telling me that her father put her in the car in Africa, in Nigeria. They went to the fuel station. The father is this person that is wasteful in nature. He sat down in front of the father's car. The motorway he buy for a papa. He sit down for front. The papa, the driver, he enter filling station. The place where they put money for himself because they were having the money that they withdraw from the bank, like inside the rubber bag. He said the father just dip on like this when he won't pay for fuel. Now, so he just give the fuel gas. He said, go and share it. May una go share am. He saw that scenario. He pretend like say innocent. Say, and I saw this my papa be. Then reach roadblock with police. If papa not take money, when they take money, make them count and say, okay, this is one 20 naira, 30 naira, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 naira. The father just put his hand into the money bag like this again. And he gave it to the other soldier and say, hey, go enjoy yourself. She has to turn and look at the father like this again. Look at this man. What is this one doing? The money bag that I'm just withdrawing from the bank. You are just putting your hand and just dashing it to young girls like that and our people. He reached where they want to buy something again. They were talking and all these girls and whatever and people there. The father want to put the sound for the third time into that money bag. He just heard the sound and say, please, even if you are my father, I suffer too much for my money. Now, so they do money. If Nigerian money is useless and Naira is useless, you just be dipping your hand into my money bag like this and just be dashing it to people. Then the father stared at her. They got angry. He left the car and said, go your way, take the money back. And she left. I said, really? She was telling me her experience. She lives in the UK. You know how I suffer in the UK, what I do? This is how people who did not work for money normally spend it. 80% of people who didn't work for money. Somebody said Justin took his chair that night when Korra was out. Exactly. Definitely. Because the way she's just saying, Mr. Jude, forget it, my darling. Now, babies will be for inside that kind of game. What are you talking about? Justin, that Korra said they were sexing like a rabbit. This is how she portrayed it in the book. She said they were sexing like rabbits. So he could just tell the wife that they were sexing with rabbits to just go out like that for you to stay. He didn't sex you like rabbits that night. Yes, her mother does.
Time I was already working in education with the after school program. And so I had that and other things in my life going on. So I had to set myself a schedule. And it was very hard to keep that schedule because of Korra's schedule. I'm trying to match the schedules and be on her child's time, her time and my time. I had to ask for a day off. I was like, can I at least have one day? Can I have Sundays? Because
somebody asked yesterday to say, why wasn't Korra home every time? That's not a question to ask, because she wanted a nanny because she was busy. Why will a person want a nanny? And why will a nanny accept to do the job? Because you will not be there. She always talk about her profession, how she work, how she does this, how she does that, but she cannot afford to pay her bills. So she should be specific about the job that she rented to the man, not even to Korra. I helped. Which help? What did you help? That was a business that was done together. Even bringing you out to come and talk is a clout chasing tactics. This is how people chase clout. Your name was not mentioned in the book, and you was just talk about one or two pages like this. My experience with the nanny, something that clicked in her head and remained. And you decided to use the opportunity to come and chase clout online. You and Justin. What are you talking? Please share the video, my darling people. I need more 8 people to help me share the video. You decided to come and use the opportunity to chase clout online. Just for 2 pages like this. 2 or 3 pages like this that a nanny was talked about. As big as this book. As big as this book. I need to put this paper inside very well because I need to know where I stop. As big as this book. Just these two whatever like this encouraged you to come out and disgrace yourself to the whole world without your name being mentioned, under suspicious. Ikemefuna, how you take day? You want to chase clout, you want people to know you more, and you called yourself, you think you know it more than Korra, you want to teach her, you are more popular. Are you more popular than her? All of you are chasing her popularity. Everyone is chasing her popularity. Admit it. The nanny couldn't even have been dustbin idea when they didn't need one. He was frivolously spending money in the house because Korra worked for it online, not him. That one is not news anymore. Why would somebody like Korra want a nanny?
I'm working from
She wants a nanny because she needs to expand her earnings. She needs to open her hand up to more things, to more opportunity, ideas, dancing, going to places, trying to look for new opportunities. Because she was the money bag.
If I'm working from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., I'm going to need a break. I can't keep working and I don't get a break. You can probably do that in Nigeria with.
Please, what was she doing in that house, this nanny? Were you sweeping? Were you washing? What exactly is it that you'll be doing? I will work for 6 a.m. to in the evening. I will not get a break and stuff and things like this with small baby, just one. Hey! People know how to manipulate, sha. People know how to manipulate, sha. Now, clout, she can't find no. She came out to chase clout. In the process of doing it, also bring Korra down. That's all of them. One just they come out one after the other, be bringing her down and using her to chase clout. Somebody said, I mean, Korra probably didn't want a nanny because they didn't need one. Because June was already used to being online with them. What did they even need the nanny for? Justin that was so lazy as whatever, you know, if they work for the house, can't he sweep? Can't he look? What was he doing? Okay, Korra said it was her own idea in the book, yes. For them to get, she even said it's Korra that put it online on Instagram for them to get a nanny. The interview is very long. We cannot finish it today. We can't finish it today. Thank you so much, Mr. Jolly, for the star. God bless you.
How girls. You could probably do that. Like, have a girl come to your house, you treat her like crap. She works in, day out. You don't pay her. Or I was paid. Let me not dispute that. I was paid. She did not pay me. Her husband paid me at the time. He was the one that was paying me, not her. Not her.
How many times did they pay this girl? You say you cannot have a girl come to your house, you treat her like a crab. So she was also being treated by Korra like a crab. She brought you, she did not pay you. The husband paid you. The husband was paying you. How many times did you get paid? I thought you was only paid once when you want to leave after 2 weeks. Have been my darling people. Is that not what you people understand since? She was just there for 2 weeks. Say he was not paying me. The man was the one paying me. So how were you being paid? Were you paid daily? Was your payment supposed to be a wage? I mean, wage. You don't know what wage is, or it's not salary, it's wage. Your payment was wage, a daily payment, not salary. She did not pay me. The husband was paying me. I thought he was just paid once. So what is this continuation paying that is inside for just 2 weeks? How many months do we have in 2 weeks? 2 weeks is half of 1 month. That is how you will know that all this black or blue interview was just being staged. And a big strategy to tarnish the image of Korra, like you said. Wonder shall never end.
Not her.
The husband was paying you, not her. Justin was being faster than his child. Though. Definitely a person that brought you into the house will not leave you like that without payment. There was an agreement before you came, right? So was she going to leave you without paying you? As the man can't do fast, guy can't run enter in between two women. Uncle. The money he was using to pay you was running a joint account with Korra. All of them were coming from Korra rewards and not his own. So it's still her money. Somebody say $1,500 in front and $2,000 from Justin. Oh, meaning she got $3,500 altogether for 2 weeks. Please reply you that commenter. Eh?
Not her. I'm just going to make that clear.
Look at the way she say, you will even know that she have a lot with Korra. She have beef with Korra. She's not happy with her. The husband was paying me, not her. We have to make that clear. $3,500 plus iPhone for 2 weeks. Nah, bros. Hey! Even chiropractor will leave their job to go and do that. Eh? Now, wow.
I asked for a day off. I asked for Sundays, and she was not happy that I asked for the day off. And she was like, well, you know, it's your world, so we're just respecting what you want. So what brought me to leave is on my day off. Hold on, I asked you to come home because all the toxicity.
You see why I said she's not professional? She just lied. She said, I asked for a day off. These are things that will be included in the NDA, like we said before. You don't ask. These things are to be discussed at the beginning of the job. This is how we'll do it. It's an agreement. Every Sundays, I'll be visiting home. Every Saturday, I'll be going back home. These things are not supposed to be discussed when you are inside the house already. So what makes you a professional? That you will not come and ask for a day off and she will not be happy. Meaning, why? Because it wasn't discussed upward. Now, you don't enter house, you don't become wife before you come to talk, say, let me also visit home. I don't believe Korra will say, I will take a day off. Is she that bad? How did you enter matters a lot. How you started matters a lot. How did you start? You started by no contract. You said you wanted to give Korra papers to sign, and she said, no, you don't need it. A professional. And at the end of the day, discussing your day off became an argument. So you still continue saying in the interview that you're a professional. In what area? A professional that cannot discuss a day off before the beginning of a business. These are the things Korra is supposed to read in a book and sign it if you're a professional. You will not be the one drafting that paper for her to sign. Wherever you are coming from, your organization will be drafting the paper that she will be signing. I'm staying with you. Okay, we can do a mouth-to-mouth arrangement. It is done. Will you be going? I'll be going home once a week. I'll be visiting. I don't understand. Maybe when problems started inside the house, you became a mediator already. You wanted to go. Somebody said she was a full-time nanny. How did go to her other job? She was a full-time nanny. Just 2 weeks, so. A living nanny.
Because all the toxicity and drama was going on. It was very scary. I heard you yelling at. Okay. Yeah, I was getting yelled and cussed out because I had asked her to come home on my day off. Dr. Dean or Dr. J, Mr. J. Sorry.
Look at how what she said there. Her body language. She said, Dr. Dean, Mr. J, meaning how Korra portrayed J in the book. It irritates you that she called the man Mr. J. You didn't like it. Mr. J, you didn't like it that Korra spoke about Justin like that. Who are you? In between them, what relationship do you have with Justin that should freak you out how the wife decided to portray him? Hey, you seeing this girl talking, you even notice sense of jealousy around her. It's written all over her that she's jealous. This thing that she just did, and Dr. J, Mr. J, like in the book. What conversation are you having at home with your mother about Justin and Korra issue?
Sorry. I'm trying.
No, you are. Listen, you're doing an excellent job. Trust me. Don't rush.
What is excellent in all this blah, 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 blah? Contradicting interview. Contradicting interview. What is excellent here? A nanny without a contract, a nanny that brought contract and the people just said, we don't want it, and she just make it go like that. A professional that is granting interview online because of a book that her name was never mentioned anywhere. So what is excellent about it? Where is the excellency coming from? The fact that she came online to expose herself because of insinuations or because of common sense, like she said before. Common sense just said that some stuff happened to me, like they look like this. I believe it's me. I need to come and debunk it. Like, hello? What is excellent in a person bringing herself to a complete ridicule online for reasons that are just not important? Your name was never mentioned. Nobody have your identity in hand. You introduced yourself by yourself as Miko. Now your parents are in the street already. I saw your parents. People brought your parents out already. Of course, these things will not bother you because you guys are looking for fame, which is the deal and the reason why this interview was staged. The best CEO that I know will never bring you out if you was for Korra to come and sell you online like this. She will never do that. If it wasn't staged with Justin.
Trust me. Don't rush. Take your time. Just don't rush it. I have all the day here, except you don't have the time. Take your time, take a deep breath, and just
Mr. J.
Okay.
So Mr. J, Mr. J got called into work. That was my day off. I was in my room doing things for my personal self, right? I was worshiping, all kind of stuff, and worshiping the Lord, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mr. J got back from work. I was in my room. I was worshiping the Lord. Hello. Eh? What are you worshiping in your room? Worshiping the Lord. Look at you. What were you worshiping? Worshiping the Lord. You want to portray it here. You didn't know that all these things will surface. Run away from pretenders and manipulators. So. I was upstairs in my room when he came. I was worshiping the Lord. Mona see matter wait there for no call your name. What are you worshiping? Which Lord? Hey. See matter. Korra.
Yeah.
I'm a believer. I believe in the Lord Jesus Almighty. Okay. I took church that morning, and so I was just, in a meditative state. And so I was trying to clean up my space, clear the space, bring in new energy and get myself ready for the next week.
This is how you portray yourself here. You said Korra is portraying what she's portraying in the book. You don't like it. That is why you came out without mentioning your name. And on this interview, did you know what you was portraying yourself to be? If people did not see this video, I'll be seeing you like one reverend sister inside the church, a mosque, who just went into a home to go and help a family that are in need. If I didn't lay my hands on video like this, what you say now, I'll be believing something. That's why they say never do judge a book by its cover. I was cleaning up my space. I was worshiping the Lord. Yeah. Now this one you go they dance to the man that the man just tried to remove the wife from the house one day and have a pound of flesh of you, your own flesh. To quickly rush and have a carnal knowledge of you. Not be Igbo. We everybody know. We open your for like this. You think we have time to say I will not test it. What are you talking about? Come and tell us something new. 2 weeks with that man inside the same house with all these habits.
He came in a little frantic. He goes, "I'm so sorry." He's like, "I have a call for work. Korra's not back yet. Do you mind watching the child?" I didn't mind, but I did think it was odd that she would not come home and watch her child. And so I texted her. I was like, "Hey, it's my day off. Your husband has to go to work. I need you to come home and watch the baby." And she was like, "No, that's what you're there for. You can do it." And she got really nasty in messages. And
okay, Justin needed to come and tell her to say, watch the baby. And it was her day off that day. Korra was not back yet. Justin said, watch the baby. And she said, oh, Korra is my day off. She's supposed to do that. And I don't understand why Nanny will be at home. And Justin will not be telling you to say, watch the baby. I don't even know why all these things are even so. What she's saying here, why she came online to come and be saying all these things. Very unnecessary kind of interview. Trying to make Korra look like a negligent mother. Trying to make Korra look. That is why Upesio asked her here to say, were you so close to June? Have evidence of negligence to take to court to defend yourself, Upesio? Evidence to take to court to defend yourself of negligence. This one is still pushing. They are still pushing towards negligence. This interview will tell you that it has everything to do with still pushing towards getting evidence of negligence. Finish. Because everything is still falling on top of Korra as a negligence mother, as a person who cannot do it rightly, as a person who is sick, as a person who is not there for the family, as a person who is self-centered, as a person who is stingy, as a person who cannot maintain the children. Is that not what the interview is about? So what is in stage about the interview? The last time we saw Korra online with Justin, she's the one that'll be doing everything, cooking, everything, sweeping everything at the same time for the lazy Justin.
Messages, and I'm Nigerian American. I'm Nigerian and I'm American. Okay? So being that I'm Nigerian, we already know Nigerian people, we have a temper. Women, we can go.
Do your mother understand Nigerian English? We they flip. You flip.
We did flip. Listen. I flipped because I was like, hey, what is this now? Like, you're not keeping your end of the bargain. We had an agreement. You please come home. And so she really started to hit below the belt and be disrespectful and started yelling at me.
Did you see that? Everything is about hitting on Korra. Please come home. And you say you have not been following this person that they just called you here. You know the platform, the only platform where Korra is being wiped on a daily basis. That is the same platform you came to talk. And you are still talking about the same thing they have been saying here. So Korra experience on chapter 8 is true and factual. You are just one of those that deadly experience. That is what you are. With that fake doctor, a big fake chiropractor, I don't know whatever he is.
At the time, I had my friend on the phone.
It's about portraying. You said Korra is portraying in the book. Look at what you are portraying online about her. She never mentioned your name. She portrayed in her book without name mentioning. Then you come online, you're mentioning her name and portraying her to be negligent. That's all not be.
And because I was like, this is too much. Like, I didn't leave my home with my family to come out here for this nonsense. I came here to do a professional job.
For this nonsense. I came here to do a professional job. Like, she keep talking about professional. What was professional about her job? The fact that no off day was organized. The fact that no off days was organized from onward. The fact that no contract was signed, agreed by you. The fact that you even left before the main day that you are supposed to leave. So what was professional about your job? I came here to do a professional job. Like massaging the child with oil and whatever. Korra was right. Her jealousy is even showing too much inside this interview towards Korra. You could see her being jealous of Korra Obidi inside this interview. Fear women. A woman is the enemy of another woman. Woman is the enemy of another woman. Abiu na no. Now woman be enemy of another woman. She will not say, look at her, you're trying to feel that you know too much. The person that brought you into the home now cannot behave as if he's bigger than you. You now need to be rubbing shoulder. Hey, what nonsense is this? Right in front of the interview, you are not showing loyalty. Imagine when you will be with Korra inside the house, when the man is already discussing Korra to you already, how you will be talking. and the things you will be saying. I know it's Justin that invited her there.
To do a professional job, and I'm not able to do it correctly. So she finally came home, but she came in, I was on the phone with my mom. She came in screaming at me. She pointed her finger. She was like, you gave your word, and like storming up at me.
Did you hear that? I said Korra came home screaming at her and pointing finger at her and doing like this. You came home, like you gave your word. You did. Yes. If you give your word to say this is how we're going to do it, and the husband was home before you, nobody know what you guys talked about. Big madam and small madam, thank you. Nobody know what went wrong between you and Justin, what you guys discussed there, because the guy is a gossiper. He's the one that is the genesis of all this problem on Korra Online now. Everything he does is about sabotaging the happiness of Korra. Eh? How can a person just come home and start pointing finger at you and start when do not now so Chris can be? But she had other friend, another person that helped her. She has not brought people into tarnishing whatever like this online before. You people are always the one bringing out people to come and tarnish her.
Storming up at me, and I was like, like this is, I'm not doing this. So I immediately went upstairs to my room, and I started packing my stuff, and I started to leave. And that in that process, she was screaming at me. She was yelling at Mr. J. She was saying all kind of things. And then she kept telling him to take the phone. She was like, get that phone, get that phone. That's not her phone, get that phone. And so it was really traumatic. I was like, I have to leave. So I left. It was very gracious. I had already been paid. I was there for maybe half a month. I wasn't.
Even the interviewer said only just 2 weeks, half a month. Half a month don't reach where person take the challenge madam, where they take the fight for his house. If things were really okay, Chineke na mezeoku.
There for a full month. I was only there for maybe half a month, mid-March.
Under 2 weeks, all this happened.
Under 2 weeks. And it was very gracious. Like as I was packing my things, Mr. J trying to be a neutral party and keep, us at bay.
Keeping us apart, meaning she had the fight with Korra. What did they make madam the fight get before for his house? I will get the fight, madam. Will it be the house show again? Is it not when the daddy of the house now enter into the matter, supporting the girl against the madam? Is it not what normally arouses all those madam to say, no, I won't take it again? She just entered her house. You started to copy Korra, how she danced and whatever, so that you can be doing the same thing for her husband there. Chapter 8 is true. What kind of cooked up and stage interview is this one?
Keep her in the room with the baby, keep me, in a safe space. He did give me an extra allowance. He was like, I appreciate you. You've stuck out with us. You've made it.
Even when the wife was angry, you people should listen. After payment, after paying her, the woman of the house is angry. All these are all disrespect that Justin was giving to Korra. A person just stands in front of me to fight me. After being paid already, a person not abiding by my rules. The person went without my knowledge to go pack her things to say she's leaving out of anger. And my husband went to me to say, oh, $500, I just want to appreciate you. Appreciate who? And appreciating what? For trying to fight your wife? All these things are the reason why Korra was saying she was being treated like a third-class citizen. You could see it, my darling people. You that is watching me, and if your husband do such to you, you will not take it. You not go like her. My husband separated me and my nanny in the heat of a conversation. She packed her things to leave, ending our agreement. And my husband carry extra $500. Take go appreciate her and say, take. Is that not an enemy of a husband? Yes, we are talking about the nanny because the nanny is staged. Everything she said is a lie. The only thing that is true is what Korra said on this book. She came out to say she wants to make it factual, and she credited the book more and more. She gave us more details. Meaning Korra is a truthful human being and a big truth teller. Yeah, she got the 1,500 upward. Yeah, she was paid up from $1,500 when she started the job. Justin later gave her 2,000 before she left. Everything was 3,500. Hey, whoa, Chineke na mezoko. She said that she was already paid. Justin gave her an extra $2,000. We cannot be in the worker. That's why it's a big disrespect to Korra Obidi. In 2 weeks, plus iPhone. Say Korra was saying, get the phone, get the phone, get the phone. Why won't she say get the phone? Is the phone your own? The phone is not your own. You found an opportunity. Do you know one thing? There are people who take advantage of the quarrel of husband and wife. There are people like that. If they see the way your husband treats you, they take advantage. They become more closer to your husband to treat you bad. Just like what Messio is doing. She's taking advantage of the quarrel Korra and Justin has to go closer to Justin. To be tormenting Korra Obidi. There are people like that.
Stuck out with us, you've made it this far. Take this in good faith. And please, don't go to the press. Please, just don't say anything. So out of respect for him, I did that. I didn't.
Did you hear that? Justin said, please don't go to the press. Please don't say anything. Out of respect for him, you did that. So are you not telling us that you now broke? What makes you broke the respect that you now have for that man and you decided to come to the press? Meaning he is the one that brought you out to come and talk. You gave your word to him that you will not go to the press. You gave your word to him that you will not talk. You will not come and say these things outside, and today you are spilling them. Meaning he's part of the reason why you are here. In his own platform. Because that's Justin's platform. All his fans are there. You people are trashing Korra to make yourself feel relevant and happy.
Didn't say anything. I just quietly packed my stuff. It was like midnight, maybe 1 a.m. when I got in my car and I drove back home. My mom was waiting.
1 a.m. she got her car. She's not the person that worked with her food. She have her own car and she couldn't afford paying her bills for her phone. A car owner. She said Justin told her to say, don't go to the press, please. That was then when that situation happened in 2021. And today she's out here talking in favor of Justin in the press. And today she's out here. March 2021 to March 2022, 3 years. We are in February now. March 2021 to March 2022, a year, 2 years. 2 years after. On the same platform where Justin sit down and listen to the Korra being trashed every day because things has fallen apart. She is there discussing the same story that she gave her word to Justin for 2 years ago, that she will not come to the press. She is still in the same press today, trashing Korra and looking for the negligence, still accusing Korra of negligence after 2 years. Meaning she has been in contact with Justin. She couldn't come out by herself alone to just say that I want to come and talk. She has been in continued contact with Justin. This girl has been talking with Justin since.
My mom was waiting for me and I was devastated. I was sad. Oh, yeah, she just...
Car now, she said I packed my things into the car and I just left. A car owner who could not afford to pay her bills.
Right here, my car had gotten towed my first day there because she told me to park somewhere where they were towing, and so I parked there, and my car literally got towed. It was just a really traumatic and sad experience. It's not.
Somebody say, I think she also got upset. Dustbin still wants her wife after their fights. Yes. She has been talking with Justin. Maybe not with Korra anymore, but this person contact never left Justin since. Believe me. Never left. If these people turn around tomorrow to blackmail that Justin, you'll see the things they are going to bring out of him. The whole world is going to shock and say, wow. So what else do we need to hear in the interview? We have heard it all. We have heard it all. So this one will just tell you that everything about this interview is cooked just to sabotage this book. Very sad. Running after a person that is not running after you. She just shared her experience in part. And you decided to come out with all this long 1 hour to sabotage her truth. Which truth are you talking about? Was your name mentioned here? Africans. Somebody said they are already blackmailing him. He's going to be blackmailed badly. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be hearing something else to say. Didn't you sleep with me? Didn't you do this? I have things to give you about Justin. Justin, you want to get popularity through Korra Obidi. You want the whole world to know you, and you want the blood of Korra to promote a lot of people by force. What you give is what you take. Wait for the D-Day that your blackmail is going to be on the table. The giant of blackmailer is where the platform where you are now. She's a big blackmailer. Yeah. Every single pin that falls from your life is there with her to feed for the rest of her life. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who you're dealing with.
Not what I had expected. I had high hopes. I was excited because, again, I was a fan of Korra's. My mom is like one of her biggest fans. And I was excited to learn from her and just to expand my knowledge as a dancer and just to build. I'm not just a dancer either. You know, I work in education. I want to start my own business and practice within dance with mental health. So I was in the perfect space to.
Ooh, she also does stuff about mental health and everybody. See, a lot of doctors were around Korra telling her she's sick. No wonder, because she talks about mental health here. At the beginning, in this book, Korra said the only discussion that brought this girl and Justin close together is her. They were always talking about that she's crazy, she's mental health patient, she had this, she had that. Just look at her here saying the same thing. This is how she's a mental health tutor and whatever and stuff. Hey! Chineke na mezioku. I'll stop here for tonight, my darling people. Please continue to share the video. Let me stop here for tonight. Mama Happy James, how are you? How are you, my darling people? Please continue to share the video if you haven't shared the video. You see that Korra was faced with different. This one just says she came to help. Now so she did help for NANNY. Now so she did also they give mental health advice, whatever, and blah blah blah. If her name was mentioned in Korra book, she should have took the situation to the courts. Yes. Her name was not mentioned there. So you just came to fool yourself nationally online like this for no reason. So that is it, my darling people. I don't think it ended here. This video is almost 4 hours. But just analyzing part of this, especially the beginning and this middle, will tell you that everything about this interview was completely staged just to sabotage the book of Korra Obidi. Thank you, everyone, for joining this analysis this evening. I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. God bless.